We're here at John O'Quinn Field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. He said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From deep, it's Drake. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ready to fire from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Out wide right, it's Young. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Kill. 390, Twilight. 390, Twilight. Hey, kill it. 886, bouncer. 886, bouncer. But hard.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There he goes. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this...
Fires toward the end zone. Makes a catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
We knew this offense wanted to be aggressive, and on the very first drive of the game, they dial up the go route. They know they've got the speed outside, able to win one-on-one, and they didn't waste any time calling that play. Really nice job being aggressive early, and they cap it off with a score.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Is going to throw for it. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Coming out with it, it's Bishop. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Arch March Madness. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Gashes him in the middle. You want to talk about changing field position. A huge play takes it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Moving the pocket, it's Manning. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long right here. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
He'll bring it out. It's Drake. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Houston offense once again. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Keeps it himself. The option, the keeper. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The extra point here would tie the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Drake. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed. Wide open! He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Defense all over it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
He'll bring it out. It's straight. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tight end now in motion. To the air. It's Henderson. Throws for the tight end. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Working the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
This offense is being aggressive, and they keep going back to the same guy. We're early in the game in the first quarter. This guy's already scored a touchdown, so if I'm a quarterback, keep trying to get him the football. He's winning his matchups one-on-one. Nice job by the defense on that play, but don't lose focus if you're the QB here. Keep trying to find your big-time playmaker.
Still looking. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Going to try to get it himself. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Houston will be forced to punt. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Here's Manning to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Rushes on. Snags it. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Sells to run, looking to pass. Flush to the left. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanford. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Offense gets set for second down. Hits the hole. It's Hughes. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. We'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Henderson. And they fail to hook up on third down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Makes a grab and room to run. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. At the 45, on his way. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
On the return, it's Drake. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Look out! Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Rolls right. On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. See some running room. Gets it up to the 26-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and that paid off.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
Manning. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go five wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
To throw, it's Manning. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fields the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Houston offense comes onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. That's caught. It's Walker. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Between the hashes, it's Young. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, pressure's coming. Takes the easy completion. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Now the pitch. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Making the adjustment. Throwing Manning. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Smothers.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Arch to throw. Firing toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Drake. He gets a block. He's got it out. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Henderson. Firing deep. Makes a deep grab. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Right side, it's Hughes. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not...
Snags it, and there's running room. The 50, the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
To throw, Manning. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Looking long. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Finds his target. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody sticks with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Lockett. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Handoff for Brown. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game. Looking for the edge. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Makes the catch, and he's free.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Quick give. It's Simon. Shakes off the defender. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Turning. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Puts him in the spin cycle. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Keeping his eyes downfield. He's got it down the left side. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Defense in press coverage. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's where I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns. touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Arch Madness. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
On the run, it's Simon. Run ends there. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Stealing a score on special teams. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Makes a move. He's run out of bounds at the 41, and he was oh so close to breaking that return. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Makes the catch. It's Lockett. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. From the gun, it's Simon. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Third and long coming up. Manning from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Right side, it's Thomas. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Left side, it's Hughes. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out wide right, it's Hughes. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. Keeps it himself. The handoff. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Texas offense. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Turns up, it's Winston. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Quarterback will keep it. There he goes. Past the 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a bolt of lightning, a 98-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's straight. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Right side, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's going to take a shot. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Got some green grass. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. Timeout Houston, their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And the returner goes down.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football, they are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
Moves the pocket. It's Henderson. He's taking the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.